Welcome, everyone. It's All Access with the Appalachian Prep Sports Network, fastest growing podcast in the mountains. Glad to have you with us on a Wednesday night as we talk tonight a little high school football, a little NBA season starting, college football. We'll recap the UK game with Texas. Heartbreaking loss there. We'll talk about a little on the World Series. So a lot of topics here. We're going to have some in-studio guests. Glad to have them with us. It's the APSN Network. Ronnie Newsom, along with our executive producer, Thomas Rainey. And Thomas, we got a lot to talk about tonight. It's a great time of the year for sports.
Hey, I tell you what, we got every sport going. We got soccer we're going to talk about first. We've got Jason Sloan, coach from Prestonsburg, and Tegan Sloan as they get ready, man. Saturday, Elite 8. And guess where you can watch it? Right here on APSN. So we will be there at Stonecrest to cover it as Covington Catholic comes to town, Ronnie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hope it's not the same talent level as a football Covington Catholic, but that is fantastic to make it to the Elite Eight. Congratulations to the Black Cats.
Absolutely. And then Johnson Central, the ladies, they moved on too, so they'll be back in action. But we've got basketball, we got football, we got volleyball action.
Yes.
Don't forget about that.
Coming up tomorrow night.
You all watched a great game last night here. We got one more tomorrow night, and we got all kinds of news to talk about. I'm so excited I can't sit still.
Want to remind everybody we're coming to you from the Shelby Valley Diner in the Robinson Creek area, right off US 23. Treat us so good. We talk about it every week, and Thomas and I, we're always getting a variety of food, burgers, you name it, pizza. The wings happen to be my favorite. I don't know, but I mean, just fantastic food, desserts. Tarlis Thompson, his crew, beautiful facility, and great, tremendous help here. The people are just so nice. They treat you so good. So if you get a chance, drop by the Shelby Valley Diner. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. As we often say, nothing finer than eating at Shelby Valley Diner. And with that, we're going to step out and take our first time out, and we'll be back with more as you're listening to All Access on the APSN Network.
In life's hardest moments, you deserve comfort and care. At Hall and Jones Funeral Home, we guide you with compassion, honoring your loved one with dignity and respect. From traditional services to meaningful celebrations, we're here for you every step of the way. Hall and Jones Funeral Home, where every goodbye is filled with love.
Back pain, stiff neck, or everyday aches that keep you from living the life you love. At Hall Chiropractic, we provide gentle, personalized care to help you move better, feel better, and live better. Whether it's pain relief, better mobility, or overall wellness, our team is here for you. Don't wait. Call Hall Chiropractic today and get back to what matters most. Hall Chiropractic. Your health, your life, aligned.
At Shelby Valley Diner, every bite is made to satisfy. Crispy, saucy wings, made just the way you like them. And don't miss our daily specials, fresh and delicious, giving you something new to love every single day. Pizza, wings, and specials you can't resist. Only at the Shelby Valley Diner. Shelby Valley Diner, where flavor meets family. So come hungry, leave happy. At Valley Discount Pharmacy, we're more than just prescriptions. We're your neighbors. Whether you need affordable medications, expert advice, or just a friendly face, we're here for you every step of the way. Fast service, trusted care, and prices that won't break the bank. Valley Discount Pharmacy, local, reliable, affordable.
All right, everybody, we're back here at Shelby Valley Diner, but I've got the pleasure of talking to the Prestonsburg Black Cats. Coach Sloan has done phenomenal with this program, and of course Tegan, you know, he does a little bit, right? Just a little bit on the soccer field. Just to let you know, he was our APSN Soccer Player of the Year, set a KHSAA single-season assist record. He's in the top 4, chasing some guy you know pretty well. I'd say Matt Burchett's record for assists. If you don't know, Matt Burchett played at Prestonsburg a couple years ahead of Tegan. So, man, oh man, a lot going on. Let's talk some soccer. How excited are you all being in the Elite Eight?
It's a very big opportunity. Not many teams get to experience this moment, get to go out and do what we're going to do. Just a big, very big opportunity for us and our team, and just super excited for it.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, you know, this is what you dream of as you grow up and you're playing any type of sport. I mean, how many times was you in the backyard, I'm sure, kicking a soccer ball thinking, you know, I'm going to be in the state. First off, winning the region and getting there. But then the opportunity once you get there to actually win the first round game. I mean, when was the last time Prestonsburg was in the Elite Eight?
It's been a few years.
Yeah. Absolutely. So this is great opportunity. You know, talk a little bit about the team you guys have got. You know, we covered you one game, and my oh my, I mean, honestly, you've got some talent.
Now these boys, they put the work in all year. We got started in the weight room back in February. They bought into the program and just put the work in every day. You know, training on and off the field. You know, that's what's built our success here. And we've got, I feel like some of the, you know, top talented players in the region for sure.
No, there's no doubt. We saw that night. I mean, there is a lot of talent on Prestonsburg. You know, your goalkeeper, you know, we posted about him today, Denver Stanley. You know, let's talk about him. You know, 13 shutouts on the season. I mean, that's amazing. Led the state in shutouts. I mean, again, and then my favorite, we nicknamed him the Magic Man. That's Andy. And Eugene saying Coach's microphone's too low. So let's move it over here a little bit closer. But, yeah, absolutely. We called him Magic Man because what he does moving a ball with his feet is absolutely amazing. And then, you know, you got Kristen. I butcher his last name all the time. Amador. You know, another great talent. Talk a little bit about those guys.
Andy, you know, he's very crafty with the ball at his feet. His technical awareness is spot on. You know, he sees the gaps, plays the ball through there, and you know, if we've played a lot of games this year, and they'll man mark them, and he still has the ability to break those defenders down. And you know, it takes 2 to 3 defenders most times to keep them contained.
And then Christian, I mean, you know, Christian's another big threat. You know, all these guys were top, 25 in the state in goals this season?
Yes.
So, I mean, he's another huge threat. But it doesn't stop there. Your defense, you know, and help me out, Coach. I'm not a soccer guy, okay? The second line. Those guys in the second line really have played well for you. Talk about the Trayton Hackworth and help me, I'm forgetting the other kid's name, number 2.
Jackson Nelson, and you know, that's their midfield. Andrew Goebel. Those two boys have, you know, really stepped up this year and played a huge role in the midfield for us. And you know, then you got on the back line. You know, my opinion, 2 of the top center backs, you know, in the region for sure, with Gavin Goebel and Bryce Stevens, and then, you know, our outside backs got Jaden Johnson and Waylon and Caleb Combs. You know, we got a solid defense, and you know, a lot of times stats don't show what those boys do, but you know, they hold a back line, they defend very well, and they play as a whole unit, and you know, that's the solid part of our team, you know, is the defense for sure.
Well, you know, you don't have 13 shots. Now, Denver Stanley's great. You know, with the game we covered, we seen him make a lot of saves, but I remember specifically you guys was playing Johnson Central, and basically, Ronnie, they pinned them on their side of half field, whatever that's called. You know, they pinned them there, and they never crossed. I mean, there was like, you know, 20 minutes. It didn't seem like they made it across the midfield line, and it just made a huge difference. And then, of course, Denver was blocking everything coming inside. But, you know, talk about soccer in the area. You know, we've got a lot of great soccer that people don't realize.
Yeah, it starts at the youth level. You know, we have EKYSA. my daughter, she's 25 now, almost 26, and I started coaching her when she was 4 years old at the recreational level, and that's what builds these programs. Starting from that young age. And then we've got a middle school program. I coached there for many years, boys and girls program at Adams Middle School, and being part of that program has helped us succeed at the high school level. Getting prepared for the next level.
Well, you know,
I'd like to know at what age that he knew that he had a love for the game of soccer. When did that start? At what age?
I started playing rec soccer whenever I was 3 years old. It mainly inspired me a lot watching my sister play soccer whenever I was younger, and I loved it since then. And it's always been a thing that I've enjoyed, loved playing, and made really good friendships along the way through playing.
Fantastic. I figured you'd been at it a little while. That's fantastic that you knew at that young of age. Coach, tell us what you know about your opponent, Covington Catholic Saturday.
They're very good. We've had the opportunity to watch some film on them. Actually, we just left film session today, so got to watch them play a little bit. They've got a deep roster. I think they've got 32, which you can only dress 24 for postseason. But their depth definitely gives them a little bit of an edge in a lot of games they play in, because their talent is deep. So when they bring in 3 or 4 players, they're pretty well equally talented at what they're subbing out. So that's a big advantage for them. They're a big team. Looks like they've got a few boys in the 6'4", 6'5" range. So got some pretty good size. Then they've got some of their wings seem to be pretty fast. So. But I feel confident that we can be able to contain them. We have some players with some speed and size as well. So look forward to the game on Saturday.
well, and it's great the fact, so many times you don't get to host a state game. But this will be your whole second that we've got to see right here at Stonecrest. That's an awesome experience, because so many times our fans can't make the trip downstate. I don't know where soccer's at, but it's various places. Some of them's in Owensboro, some of them's Lexington, Louisville, but they get to go right 20 minutes down the road, and watch. So what we got to do is we got to get the word out. Everybody that's a soccer fan here needs to pack Stonecrest. I don't care if you're a Panther, a Tiger, a Wildcat, a Hawk, whatever you are. For one day you can be a Prestonburg fan, right?
Yes.
You need to be there and rooting these guys on, because it is a great, great honor. But Tegan, let's jump to you a little bit. Let's get past Saturday. It's going to be a big game. Let's talk about, honestly. You set the single season assist record. Talk a little bit about what that entails. We all know an assist in basketball, nice bounce pass, layup. Talk about it in soccer terms.
So basically, you have to be able to keep your head up. You have to have teammates, first of all, that can finish the ball. Like, you cannot get an assist. Just like basketball, you can't get an assist unless they finish. So the talent that we have on the team has really allowed me to achieve this accomplishment. It's a very big factor. Like, if I did not have the attackers that I have now, this would not be possible at all. The team really helps a lot with this.
Well, absolutely. And you crossed over and went into the 100 assist mark in your career. You're at 60 right now for the season. So that single season record, what was it before you broke it? 52. So he's put 8 on it, Ronnie, with a chance Saturday to continue to add. And when we win 3 more, you're going to have a lot more games. So like I put in the post today, Denver's just got to have 3 more shutouts, Coach. That's all he needs. But to have 60 in a season and then 100 on your career, only 3 other players, Ronnie, have broke the 100 assist mark in their career. So that's pretty elite company. But talk a little bit about you're playing with these guys. How long have you played with Christian and Andy?
So I've played with Christian since Probably middle school. I say I've played with Christian. He is a sophomore this year, and I'm a senior. So I got to play with him 3 years through middle school. And Andy actually joined our team my sophomore year. He joined as a freshman. And so I built a really close relationship with him. Really helped dialed us in with him. Me and him working together a lot. So I've had him for 3 years. So it's been a pretty good.
And it's not just those guys. Like you said, you've played with probably Trayton
Yes.
and the guy that scored the championship goal. I can't think of his name.
Jackson
It's like
Nelson.
Jackson.
Yep.
Jackson. I was so happy for that kid. He was so pumped. Ronnie, they won the championship 1-0. So does that tell you? To score the only goal in the regional championship, that's got to be a childhood dream. But those guys really, and I'm sure they've played with you all through middle school. So this group has kind of come up together. But you've got a lot now. You've got a big senior class, right? How many seniors you got on the team?
We have 9 seniors on the team, and I'll talk a little about those seniors. So most of those boys, I've had them since they've been 4 years old. And like, Tegan said, some of them started when they were 3, probably a year before they was actually eligible to play rec soccer, but we snuck them in it anyway. So, but that helps. That's as part of our success is having those boys as a group, from the age of 3 and 4 all the way till they're seniors in high school, and that has allowed them to build a bond together, a team bond that they almost know what each other's going to do before they do it. So that is a big, part of our success for sure.
Coach, for people out there listening that want to come by and see some great Elite 8 soccer, what time is the match Saturday?
The match will kick at 3 o'clock on Saturday at Stonecrest, and the field is right by the baseball fields up there, so you can't miss it when you get up on the hill.
Yeah, absolutely. Go up, play around the golf that morning, Ronnie, stop in and watch some good soccer right there. There you go. Nothing better, right? But, it's not – I'm going to jump off. Let's talk soccer in general, and then we'll let you guys get some good food here at the Shelby Valley Diner. It's not just Prestonsburg soccer. Now, you guys have got a great team. I'm not taking anything away, but, you've got some great programs. You look at Lawrence County. Aiden Minor had a great season as well. Finished top 10 in goals, right?
Yes.
And then, Gavin Webb from Johnson Central was on his way to having a great season before he got injured. Talk about some of those, and that's for me just looking at stats. Talk about some of those other great players, Tegan, Coach, that you guys have played against this year in our region.
Johnson Central, Lawrence County, Pikeville, their program, they're building a good program there. It's always when postseason starts, it's Johnson Central, Lawrence County, and Prestonsburg. Is always in there battling to, for the regional championship each year. And I think the past Lawrence County's won it the past couple years, and then Johnson Central prior to that. So it's been back and forth over the past 4 or 5 years, going between those 3 schools of Prestonsburg, Lawrence, and Johnson Central.
Yeah, and I left Pikeville. Lincoln Parsons had a great year, and then the kicker that plays on the football, Gonzalez. Yeah, he just plays in a select few games, Ronnie, but let me tell you what, he's pretty good. We've seen him kick a football quite a bit, too. So there's some great soccer. And on the girls' side, it's the same way. You mentioned your daughter played.
Yes.
If you haven't seen Faith Caldwell over Martin County, Ronnie, and then Jade Fitzpatrick at Prestonsburg. I'm sitting down right now I named the boys player, and now I got to name the girls, and it's just as tough on the girls' side to pick one player as it is the boys. So we're hoping to have that out next week, but great soccer going on, and like I said, for one day, put your school aside. We're the mountains. Let's all go down to Stonecrest and root these guys on, because you got the Giants coming to town. Like you said, a 32-man roster. It's a 4A school. You mentioned if you're going by football size, so big task. But we got faith in you guys, and couldn't be happier that you all had the opportunity to join us. Is there anything we missed first, or anybody you want to give a shout out to?
No, I'd just like to see everybody come out Saturday. It's a big chance to prove that East Kentucky sports are just as good as these bigger schools down through Lexington area and stuff.
Absolutely.
Saturday will all be Prestonsburg
That's it. One day you can be a black cat, right? So everybody, I'm so glad y'all got the opportunity to come up. Now we appreciate you all. We're going to jump out for a commercial break. We'll come back. Ronnie, what's next?
High school football.
We're-
Recap and predictions.
We got some high school football, so don't you go anywhere. Stay right here and watch All Access on the Appalachian Prep Sports Network.
Back pain, stiff neck, or everyday aches that keep you from living the life you love. At Hall Chiropractic, we provide gentle, personalized care to help you move better, feel better, and live better. Whether it's pain relief, better mobility, or overall wellness, our team is here for you. Don't wait. Call Hall Chiropractic today and get back to what matters most. Hall Chiropractic. Your health, your life, aligned.
In life's hardest moments, you deserve comfort and care. At Hall and Jones Funeral Home, we guide you with compassion, honoring your loved one with dignity and respect. From traditional services to meaningful celebrations, we're here for you every step of the way. Hall and Jones Funeral Home, where every goodbye is filled with love.
At Valley Discount Pharmacy, we're more than just prescriptions. We're your neighbors. Whether you need affordable medications, expert advice, or just a friendly face, we're here for you every step of the way. Fast service, trusted care, and prices that won't break the bank. Valley Discount Pharmacy, local, reliable, affordable. At Shelby Valley Diner, every bite is made to satisfy. Crispy, saucy wings, made just the way you like them. And don't miss our daily specials, fresh and delicious, giving you something new to love every single day. Pizza, wings, and specials you can't resist. Only at the Shelby Valley Diner. Shelby Valley Diner, where flavor meets family. So come hungry, leave happy.
Rainey Real Estate Development, your housing source for Pikeville, Kentucky. Just hitting the market is this gorgeous 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment located only 5 minutes from campus. If you're interested in a home, call Jake Rainey at Rainey Real Estate Development, 606-477-8662. That's Rainey Real Estate Development.
All right, Ronnie, we're back here, and man, oh man, we've talked a lot of soccer. I'm pumped. I mean, I am. You know, and we were just saying it. How many times does the big city schools have to come here?
Not very often.
They're on our field now, so we got to pack the place and make it a crazy atmosphere.
Absolutely. Need everybody to come up there, and like you say, and I think most fans in Eastern Kentucky, I think they do, where it's a team going to the Sweet 16 or going to the finals of the 2A, 3A playoffs or whatever in football. I think the mountain folk get behind, and that they actually do a great job of supporting the young men and coaches and women from Eastern Kentucky, so we're proud of them. Looking ahead now, we'll recap some games in case you missed them last week in the area. Valley, a big district win over East Ridge in a shootout, 40-32. Come from behind win. They trailed at halftime, 26-21. But Shelby Valley, they stay undefeated at 3-0 in the district, and they'll play we'll talk about that, play for district championship. But Shelby Valley with the big win over East Ridge. A game I seen, Powerful over Painesville. It was 38-0. That was the score at halftime. It was a running clock in the first half. A tremendous effort from Powerful. And Powerful is a team that seems to be getting better every week, you know, and they'll play Hazard this week, and that'll be a test for them on the road.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Let me jump back before we go too far. If you missed that East Ridge Shelby Valley game, you talking about some offense, and I'm gonna tell you, write it down, pen and paper right now. You better understand this name, Talon Jordan, folks. This kid is insane.
Tremendous.
He put a move on. We've got a reel out there. We started something new, Sunday Rewind, Ronnie, that'll show all the clips. Go back and look at the move he puts on the Valley defender. He just sidesteps him. But you better remember that name because he's only a junior.
Oh, he's had a tremendous season. I'm telling you what. And Eastridge has lost some tough games too.
Oh,
you know
my
what I'm
goodness,
saying?
so
That,
close.
but
Jonah Bartley, you better not sleep on that guy either, man.
you talk about a kid getting better week by week. He's
You
putting
see
up
it.
some impressive stats. They got off to a slow start as a team, but let me tell you, hats off to Tyler Johnson. Last year they started 0-6. They reeled off 5 straight wins, made the playoffs. He done a tremendous job keeping them together. He's done the same thing this year. We've talked about it ad nauseum. They've had so many injuries, so many transfers. He's held them together. They were undefeated in the district, and they'll play for a district championship Friday night. Now, they'll be a heavy underdog, but hats off to Tyler Johnson and his staff. They have done a tremendous job and undefeated up to this point in the district.
Well, and then let's talk about Pikeville's Pikeville.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
let's face it. I mean,
A lot of
they
weapons.
play. Everybody says, "Oh, well, they've lost 3 games." Well, look at who they played.
Oh, sure.
So, but you're right. Going to Hazard's a tough place to play.
But, Pikeville, they got Justice in the backfield. They got a great quarterback in Reynolds. And I think and as I've said before, they got the best receiving core in the mountains. I have to say, I've seen most teams, but when you got Cole Sloan and Mikey Hager, Harrison Fields, Jake Burgett, I mean, they got you really can't double team or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A great bunch of receivers, and Pikeville is getting better every week. And like I say, an impressive 38-0 win over Paintsville the other night. Belfry continues to do what Belfry does. They defeated Betsy Lane 48-7, and they'll be waiting on Shelby Valley at Pine Creek Friday. Prestonsburg over Leslie 49-14. That sets up the game probably of the weekend, district championship, and a lot of things on line. You don't want to look too far down the road, but the loser of that game will probably have to go to Belfry in the second week of the season. So, if you win, you stay away from that. But that's going to be at Martin County. But anyway, Pressburg with a win over Leslie County, 49-14, to stay undefeated. What a job Wes Hager's done at Pressburg.
Well, I'm telling you, man, he's got some weapons. I mean, he has got some weapons. The Hurricane, Kane Patton, my goodness, he is putting up some monster numbers his senior season.
They've got a lot of weapons over besides Patton, too, also.
Yeah.
I've had opportunity to see them. Phelps, another win over Twin Springs, Virginia, 36-8. A big win for the Hornets. Hornets having an outstanding season. Not playing for district championship or in the district running, but they've had a very successful 2025 season. Martin over Floyd Central, 46-14, setting up the undefeated match. Martin County, 1 loss on the year, 35-7 to Lawrence County in the opener. And since then, it's pretty much been the Devin Maynard show, along with Lafferty, the great defensive player. And so they're having a tremendous season. McGoffin County over Pike Central. A score a little surprised me, up 44-26. I admit last week I picked Pike Central to defeat Morgan County, but Coach John DeRossett's team gets the big win over Pike County Central.
Well, he's got some great athletes. That's another one. It's tough. They're still in 3A, and he's lost some tough ones too. But I'm glad to see Coach DeRossett get the win. And he's got a great running back in Blake Wireman. And he has a defensive player you're going to see that was mentioned earlier today on the post, and you'll see it here in a minute as one of our defensive standouts. Recorded 15 tackles on the night, Ronnie.
Johnson Central, one of the top probably 3 teams in 4A in the state of Kentucky. A big 48-14 win. They stay undefeated. I still go back to that win over Corbin, 37-34. That made a believer out of me. When they went to Red Hound Country and got a win on the road, and people that know football know how difficult that is to win at Corbin. But Johnson Central undefeated, Prestonsburg undefeated, and so a lot of great teams in their area. Looking ahead to this week, we got Valley at Belfry, and Belfry will be a heavy favorite in that game. Belfry only 1 loss this year to Johnson Central, 48-20. Coach Matt Varney, he needs a tip of the hat for doing the job he's done replacing Philip Haywood.
Boy, that's got to be tough. Stepping
Oh,
into a
absolutely.
legend shoes like that.
Nothing tougher than coaching.
Absolutely, and he's done a great job. And those Pirates, man, they're going to be tough. They're going to make a push into a top five team rated to RPI. So they've got a good opportunity.
Yep, district championship. Both those teams are 3-0 in district play. A game we will be. Want to remind everyone, we'll be on there about approximately 7:10 Friday night. We'll be in Floyd County for the Pike County Central at Betsy Lane. That should be a really good matchup.
I think so too. I think the two teams match up really well. Betsy Lane is just so young, guys. I say it every week, but. Mark
young
it down.
Quarterback.
Eli Gerald, man.
Eli Gerald and the running back.
You better get on the bandwagon because he's coming. And the wide receivers he's got a senior in Isaiah Allen, but he's also got a young one in Lincoln Hamilton who made, oh my gosh, probably the catch of the year up at East Ridge that night we was there.
And you'll have Powerful going to Hazard. Powerful will be a favorite. I'm picking Powerful in that game. That'll be a tough game for Powerful on the road at Hazard. You'd feel a little more better if you were a Powerful fan if the game was at Powerful, but it's at Hazard. And the Panthers looking to wrap up district play undefeated. And then another game, Hurley, Virginia will come to Phelps, and Phelps looking for another victory to cap off an outstanding season they've had. I'm going to go with the Phelps Hornets to get the win in that game. I sure do. I like their chances.
Keep the momentum alive,
yeah.
right?
And then you got Knott County traveling to Floyd Central. Knott County's had a good year. I think they're going to be the third seed in their district over there, which is great improvement for them. They've upgraded their facilities, and the program is on the rise. Floyd Central, I think they've got one win on the year, but trying to build a program, trying to get everything established, and trying to turn it around.
That game will be covered by one of our partners, WPRG. They
Yes.
will be there. We'll talk more about that in a minute. They will be there Friday night. And I agree. Floyd Central, they're, again, young. They've got a sophomore at quarterback. They got a sophomore at receivers. They're really, really young. I think they got a lot of talent. It's just going to take a little while
time.
for, I'm going to say this, and maybe I'm wrong, but you can get by playing youth in basketball more over than football.
Oh, no question.
Just
No.
the age, the size, the experience.
Bigger, stronger,
It just takes
faster.
a toll. Yeah.
And then we have McGoffin County taking Lawrence County. Lawrence County will be a heavy favorite in that game. They're having a great season. I would like them over John DeRoss's McGoffin County team, but McGoffin County coming off a big win over Pike County Central. Perry County Central travels to Corbin. I like the Red Hounds big in that game. It's tough to go to Corbin and come away at the win. East Ridge is going to get a win Friday night on the road. They play Harlan. They play the Green Dragons. I like Coach Burdine's team and Taylon Jordan. I think he'll have a big night. And as they do on ESPN, over/under, I think Jordan will go over 200 yards in that game.
Well, we threw an interesting stat up, and he just added to it. The last 4 games, Ronnie, he is averaging over 230 yards a game.
Wow.
I mean, that's impressive numbers.
Regardless of the competition,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
great numbers. And then you have Johnson Central traveling to Ashland. That will be another tough game for Johnson Central. Another tough place to play is the Ashland Tomcats. So that'll be a good ball game. But the game probably of the week would be Prestonsburg taking on Martin County. I'm going to pick Johnson Central over Ashland, by the way. Prestonsburg at Martin County. When you got a team that can go. I mean, you go either way, and boy, I'm talking about a 1 or 2 point favorite in that game. I'm going to go with Martin County in a very close game. Why? What do I always say? When you got 2 even teams, go with the home team.
Yeah.
But now, no surprises there, no matter what the outcome. I mean, if it's Prestonsburg or Martin County, but that will be a tremendous game.
I think this will be a big test for Prestonsburg. Really, their first big test from way back when they beat Hazard.
Mm-hmm.
They have, and listen, those Black Cats, that offense, man, oh man, they're putting up some points.
Alex Johnson, that quarterback is tremendous. You talked about, but I thought Johnson, the quarterback, is just having an outstanding. And I tell you what makes him tough. I mean, you talk about balance. He can beat you with his legs, and he can beat you with his arm. You got Patton and company in the backfield. I mean, Prestonsburg, a great offense. You look at Martin County, Devin Maynard. will probably be the first team all mountain at the quarterback position, I think.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
no doubt.
a little early, probably, maybe that's to be decided. But anyway, that will be a tremendous, tremendous game. So recap that really, really quick. Valley's at Belfield, Pike County Central at Betsy Lane will be there. Pie for Hazard, Hurley, Virginia at Phelps, Knott County at Floyd Central, McGoffin at Lawrence, Perry at Corbin, East Ridge at Harlan. Paintsville's off this week. They'll play Martin County the last week of the regular season. Prestonsburg at Martin, and Johnson Central at Ashley. And that's going to take care of our high school segment. And with that, we're going to step out, take a time out, and we'll be back with more as we talk a little NFL and a little college football as you're listening to All Access on the Appalachia Prep Sports Network.
In life's hardest moments, you deserve comfort and care. At Hall and Jones Funeral Home, we guide you with compassion, honoring your loved one with dignity and respect. From traditional services to meaningful celebrations, we're here for you every step of the way. Hall and Jones Funeral Home, where every goodbye is filled with love.
Back pain, stiff neck, or everyday aches that keep you from living the life you love. At Hall Chiropractic, we provide gentle, personalized care to help you move better, feel better, and live better. Whether it's pain relief, better mobility, or overall wellness, our team is here for you. Don't wait. Call Hall Chiropractic today and get back to what matters most. Hall Chiropractic, your health, your life, aligned.
At Shelby Valley Diner, every bite is made to satisfy. Crispy, saucy wings, made just the way you like them. And don't miss our daily specials, fresh and delicious, giving you something new to love every single day. Pizza, wings, and specials you can't resist. Only at the Shelby Valley Diner. Shelby Valley Diner, where flavor meets family. So come hungry, leave happy. At Valley Discount Pharmacy, we're more than just prescriptions. We're your neighbors. Whether you need affordable medications, expert advice, or just a friendly face, we're here for you every step of the way. Fast service, trusted care, and prices that won't break the bank. Valley Discount Pharmacy, local, reliable, affordable.
Welcome back, everyone. Ronnie Newsom along with Thomas Rainey. Glad to have you with us on the APSN Network. We want to once again thank Coach Sloan and Hagen Sloan from Prestonsburg Soccer coming and joining us. We appreciate that. Hagen wanted to make sure that we announced that he was going with Prestonsburg against Martin County. So we got you on tape. So we'll.
You're
and
on the air.
my
You'll
question
forever be there.
last week it was, does anybody still care about NASCAR? My question this week, and you can text us or call us or email us or whatever. Does anybody I'll start to say Pike County in eastern Kentucky, and the only reason I say that, it just started with the NBA season. Are there any hockey fans in this area? I don't know of any. I don't know of anybody that ever mentions hockey. So okay, I take care of that. And I'd say it'd probably be close to 100%. I can't imagine anybody being a Detroit Red Wing fan or whatever.
Now, my daughter and her boyfriend went to a hockey game down in Carolina, and they loved it. Said it was amazing. But honestly, never watched it.
Never. NFL. Let's recap some of the games we had last week, and a couple of them I was really excited about. And, of course, the first one was my Bengals behind 56-year-old Joe Flacco. Got the big 33-31 win and a come from behind. Man, that was a tremendous game, Thomas, and that kind of righted the ship, if you want to, and gives the Bengals a little ray of hope to maybe Burrow can get back. Flacco, like 31 for 38, 342 yards. Just a tremendous game.
Oh, absolutely. And the big come from behind win, and they really needed it.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's face it, they had the vultures were circling, right?
Yes, absolutely. Another game, the Los Angeles Rams defeated the Jaguars of Liam Cohen, the former UK offensive coordinator, 35-7. What surprises me is surprised by the score, not that the Rams beat the Jaguars. Then one of my two surprise teams in the league, the Patriots 31, Titans 13. Titans fire their coach, Mike Vrabel. what a job he's done at New England. They're 5-2. The Bears win their fourth straight, 24-16 over the Saints. In a game I watched, which I still can't believe, the Broncos beat the Giants 33-32. They were down 19-0 starting the fourth quarter, and you know what happened? They scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. 33 points. And what's another amazing stat? The kicker missed 2 extra points for the Giants. That cost them the win. Of course, he's out of a job now.
Yeah.
He is out of a job. The Browns defeated the hapless Dolphins 31-6. It's only a matter of time before the Dolphins pull the plug on Coach Mike McDaniel and his tenure at Miami. I look for that any day. Chiefs, I think, are playing the best football in either league, 31-0 over the Raiders.
I thought we wrote them off a couple weeks ago.
I'm
Ron.
telling you, they started out 0-2, but they have gotten healthy. The Vikings, the most unimpressive, best good team in the league, they win 28-22 over the Vikings. Colts, that's my second surprise team, only one loss, 38-24 over the Chargers at Los Angeles, which makes that win pretty special. Cowboys 44-22, and I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I'll say this. To me, the Cowboys got the best offense in the league with Dak Prescott, Javonte Williams in the backfield, and then they got Pickens and C.D. Lamb at ends and Jake Ferguson at tight end. They are putting up – now, their defense couldn't stop a cold, but their offense, I think, is as good as anybody's in the league. 49ers, probably no team affected more by injuries than the 49ers. They went over Atlanta 20-10. The Packers, I like the Packers in FC. Always been one of my favorite teams. They get a big come from behind win, 27-23 over the Arizona Cardinals. Seattle 27-19 over the Texans. Detroit Lions 24, Tampa Bay 9. Dylan Tampa Bay just their second loss. One thing I'll mention about the NFL, Thomas, to me, you know, they say injuries are a part of the game in football. I don't know that I've ever, in all my years following the NFL, have I seen so many injuries to key players. I mean, I know injuries happen every week. It's a violent game, but just so many, like stars going down. You know, you start with Burrow, Lamar Jackson, people like that, Joey Bosa from, but I don't know if I've ever seen a season where so many so many injuries, key injuries. And we'll look at this week. We got the Jets at the Bengals. I'm going to go with Joe Flacco. The Jets are changing quarterbacks. They're going to go with the Bengals are going to go with 50-year-old Flacco, and the Jets are going to go with 40-year-old Tyrod Taylor. So that'll be but they're replacing Justin Fields. The Giants at the Eagles, I'm going to go with the Eagles. 49ers at the Texans. That was a tough one to call. I'll go with the Texans at home. Bears at the Ravens. I had Baltimore in my preseason to be in the Super Bowl. They've won one game. Lamar Jackson will not play in this game. Somehow I just can't see the Bears going to Baltimore and getting a win.
Although You're still staying with Baltimore,
I'm still staying with the Ravens.
You've not give up yet.
But the Bears, I never would have thought that. They've won 4 straight, you know, under their new coach. But anyway, I'm going to go with the Ravens. Browns at the Patriots. Patriots, like I say, along with the Colts, are my 2 surprise teams. I'm going to go with the Patriots at home. That'll be a tough game. Bills at the Panthers. Bills have lost 2 straight. When they won their first 3 or 4, I said, Bills are the best team in the NFL. They've lost 2 straight, but I will get them to win over the Carolina Panthers. Dolphins at the Falcons. I like the Falcons in that one. The Dolphins are hapless right now. The Buccaneers at the Saints. I'll go with the Buccaneers to get the win in that one. Cowboys at the Broncos. That, besides the 49ers, Texans, this was my second toughest pick. Cowboys are just extraordinary on offense. I can't lose in this game or can't win either one. That's 2 of my least favorite teams in the NFL, by the way, Dallas and Denver. But I'm going to go with the Broncos in the high altitude to get the win against the Cowboys. But they'll have to outscore them because the Cowboys are putting up ridiculous offensive numbers. Titans and the Colts. Colts is just one of those teams that I really like. Surprise team this year. They've only lost 1 game. The Titans have already fired their coach. Cam Ward, the number 1 pick, he's having a tough year. I'm going to go with the Colts in that game. I said earlier I'm a big Packers game. Packers play the Steelers, and Aaron Rodgers gets to play against his former team.
Oh, wow.
I'd love to see the Packers get a win, but I am going to go with the Steelers.
Is it at Pittsburgh?
It's at Pittsburgh.
Oh,
I'm going to go with the Steelers at home. Commanders and the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Boy, they righted the ship. Patrick Mahomes. They got Rashid Rice back at end. He makes a big difference. The offensive line healthy. Kansas City really, like I say, they waxed Las Vegas last week 31-0. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs in that game. Vikings at the Chargers. Chargers have been one of my most disappointing teams under Jim Harbaugh. I thought they were ready for a big year. Already 3 losses. They lost at home last week to the Colts. But I will go with the Chargers over the Vikings in a very close ball game. And that's going to take care of our NFL segment. And go Bengals. Bengals against the Jets. So the Bengals should get another win, hopefully, if they don't take them too lightly. And with that wraps up our NFL section for now. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back with more as you're listening to the All Access on the Appalachian Prep Sports Network.
In life's hardest moments, you deserve comfort and care. At Hall and Jones Funeral Home, we guide you with compassion, honoring your loved one with dignity and respect. From traditional services to meaningful celebrations, we're here for you every step of the way. Hall and Jones Funeral Home, where every goodbye is filled with love.
Back pain, stiff neck, or everyday aches that keep you from living the life you love. At Hall Chiropractic, we provide gentle, personalized care to help you move better, feel better, and live better. Whether it's pain relief, better mobility, or overall wellness, our team is here for you. Don't wait. Call Hall Chiropractic today and get back to what matters most. Hall Chiropractic, your health, your life, aligned.
At Shelby Valley Diner, every bite is made to satisfy. Crispy, saucy wings, made just the way you like them. And don't miss our daily specials, fresh and delicious, giving you something new to love every single day. Pizza, wings, and specials you can't resist. Only at the Shelby Valley Diner. Shelby Valley Diner, where flavor meets family. So come hungry, leave happy. At Valley Discount Pharmacy, we're more than just prescriptions. We're your neighbors. Whether you need affordable medications, expert advice, or just a friendly face, we're here for you every step of the way. Fast service, trusted care, and prices that won't break the bank. Valley Discount Pharmacy, local, reliable, affordable.
All right, Ronnie, we're back live here at the Shelby Valley Diner. Got a little NBA, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, the NBA season started last night. One game was kind of interesting. Sacramento beat Houston in 2 overtimes. Former Kentucky player Shea Gilgeous-Alexander leading the charge in that game. And I'll have to say I'm not a big NBA fan. I'll watch certain games if parts of them. I don't watch a whole game.
So did Reed get any playing time? I mean, to me, that's just I'm.
You know, I don't know. The part I seen, I did not see him, and he had a great preseason. I mean, he
sitting there with the number 3 pick, and the guy hadn't played. I mean, he's got the talent. You don't be pick number 3 for no reason, right? I mean,
Oklahoma City, they are favored again. They were picked almost unanimously to win again, which I like. I was going to touch on this really, really quick, and this is going to surprise some people. Kentucky, like with 27 players on the roster. Now, I'm going to go through this because there was 4 or 5 that surprised me that I didn't know about it. I'll just give you the quick names, and you know who they are. Bam's on it. Booker's on it. Kobe Brea is with Phoenix, okay?
Oh, wow.
That surprised me.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis, Rob Dillingham, Justin Edwards from 3 years ago made the Philadelphia 76ers roster. Remember the left-handed shooter?
Yeah.
Justin Edwards.
That was
And Fox, everybody knows about De'Aaron, one of my favorite players. Everybody knows about Tyler Hero, SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Isaiah Jackson. There's a name from the past, made the Indiana Pacers. He was there for just the 1 year at Kentucky, and a lot of people probably won't remember
I don't even
Isaiah
remember
Jackson.
I
Yeah,
don't remember
so I mean, that'll surprise you. Keldon Johnson, Tyrese Maxey, Malik Monk, Murray Quickly, Julius Randle, Antonio Reeves from 2 years ago made the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, wow.
So there's 2 or 3 there that really surprised me. If you're turning on Nick Richards still with Phoenix, you know, Shaden Sharp, Reed, Shepard, of course. Jacob Toppin was my fourth surprise. Jacob made the Atlanta Falcons. And then you got Towns and Oscar DeShibwe and Jared Vanderbilt with the Lakers and Cason Wallace, P.J. Washington. Amari Williams from last year made the Celtics opening day roster.
Oh, wow.
Remember
That's
the
awesome.
left-hander, the center
Yep,
there?
absolutely.
Played at the top of the key a lot.
The point center, I think.
Point center, they called it. All right, it's heartbreaking, and I hate to bring it up to a lot of fans, but I feel the pain too, so you might as well share. Texas over UK last week. Texas, Kentucky, I think, had 26 first down. Texas 8. We lost by two things. Well, number one, two big long punt returns. Probably as good a job defensively as I've seen a UK team do against a Power 5 conference, not a Charleston Southern or a Bowling Green or Miami of Ohio, but their defense was tremendous. Texas had the two long punt returns. They only had 174 yards in the game. Everybody's a coach, okay? Everybody's a coach. But when you try it two times in the first quarter and you can't pick up a yard, you try it twice at the goal line in the last and you can't get in. Texas interior averaged 345 pounds.
Yeah.
You can't do it. Me, easy to say. My first choice would have been a fake handoff and slip it out to the tight end. I think he'd have been wide open. Well, you're a high school, college, or professional. When the team's got it, and I played football, and I know we done the same thing. It's the same thing. You sell out. When the other team had it at the 1 yard line, we all went for the running back. Now, if they want to fake and just toss it, we were smoked.
Yeah.
And it's the same way I think. I think if they'd have faked it, throw to Willie Rodriguez out in the corner, nobody would have been. And then my second one would be a toss sweep, try to get outside. They had everybody pinched in. They were going for the running back. You have to. There's a term. It's called sell out.
Yep.
And they sold out. They were going to come to the running back, and it worked for them. Why? Because we ran 4 plays inside the tackles, and we didn't get in. Heartbreaking. Now this week, I hope they get a win. I don't think this game will be as close. Tennessee comes in with a high-powered offense, coming off a tough loss at Alabama. The only thing Kentucky's got going for them, Tennessee may have a little emotional letdown after playing at Alabama, but I see Tennessee getting the win over UK. Fired coaches continue as UCLA, Virginia Tech, Florida, Penn State, Oklahoma State, Colorado State, University of Alabama, Birmingham, Arkansas, and Oregon State have all fired their coaches. Florida letting Billy Napier go last week. So then 3 or 4 on the hot spot, really. Mike Norvell at Florida State, Brian Fisher at LSU. You lose to Vanderbilt, and while you're coaching LSU, you're not going to be there long. And then Luke Fickell at Wisconsin. All those guys are on the hot seat. And that's going to take care of that. Want to remind everyone the World Series starting. Hate the Dodgers, but they're going to win the World Series over the Toronto Blue Jays. They are 7-1 in the playoffs, but they got 4 great starting pitchers. I mean, Tyler Glass now, Nate Stell, Yamamoto, and Ohtani. What about Ohtani? 6 shutout innings, 3 home runs. I'm not a Dodger fan, but they will win the World Series over Toronto in 5 games, and that's going to take care of the college. And mention the World Series starts Friday night, by the way. If you're interested, I will watch quite a bit of it. With that, we're going to step out and take our last time out as you're listening to the All Access on the Appalachian Prep Sports Network.
At Valley Discount Pharmacy, we're more than just prescriptions. We're your neighbors. Whether you need affordable medications, expert advice, or just a friendly face, we're here for you every step of the way. Fast service, trusted care, and prices that won't break the bank. Valley Discount Pharmacy, local, reliable, affordable. At Shelby Valley Diner, every bite is made to satisfy. Crispy, saucy wings, made just the way you like them. And don't miss our daily specials, fresh and delicious, giving you something new to love every single day. Pizza, wings, and specials you can't resist. Only at the Shelby Valley Diner. Shelby Valley Diner, where flavor meets family. So come hungry, leave happy.
Back pain, stiff neck, or everyday aches that keep you from living the life you love. At Hall Chiropractic, we provide gentle, personalized care to help you move better, feel better, and live better. Whether it's pain relief, better mobility, or overall wellness, our team is here for you. Don't wait. Call Hall Chiropractic today and get back to what matters most. Hall Chiropractic. Your health, your life, aligned.
All right, we're back here live. I've been joined by Coach Jacob Rudder. Jacob, glad you could join us. You got a second? We talk a little volleyball first before we hit a little more soccer to close this episode out.
For sure.
Hey, all right. If you haven't seen, it is district tournament time in volleyball. We have a lot of great volleyball action. You saw last night right here on APSN and our new streaming partner WPRG TV5. We covered the 59th district. Pikeville defeated Eastridge, set up the matchup tomorrow night. It'll be Pikeville taking on the Shelby Valley Wildcats. And man, oh man, that'll be two, in my opinion, that's two of the top three teams in the region. The 58th district was settled last night. Floyd Central defeats Betsy Lane 3-0. 3-0. It was a great contest. As well. Hats off to the Lady Jags. Coach Lafferty up there's done a fabulous job. First year's head coach, done a wonderful job. Then we jump over to the 57th district, the matchup of one through what I think is probably one of the top five teams. You had Paintsville defeating Johnson Central to move on. Paintsville will be in the winner's bracket. So, and then over in the 60th district, Belfry defeated Phelps to set up the matchup tomorrow night. WPRG will be there tomorrow night covering at Phelps. They will be covering Belfry and Pike County Central. So a lot of volleyball action. Then the region kicks off next week, and it'll be held at Paintsville. Again, you've got, Jacob, I've said it all year. I don't know if you're a volleyball fan. I think you got two teams that are neck and neck. 3 through 5 can beat those two teams any given night. So I don't think there's a clear cut. I mean, right now I'd give just that much of an edge to Shelby Valley and Paintsville, but they're beatable, man. I mean, both of those teams can be beat by, those next 5, 6 teams. I mean, it's going to be a great regional tournament. It really is. A lot of great volleyball. I never was a volleyball fan. I'll be 100%. I wasn't. I never watched it. And then all of a sudden, man, oh man, we started streaming it, and the next thing you know, I was like, well, it's all right. And if you watch two good volleyball teams, you're in for a treat. I mean, you really are. You watch a lot of volleyball?
Well, not really, but when I was in school, we had the Allen Central run.
Oh, my goodness. You were with the Colonel. You were with the GOAT right there. Man, oh man, that guy, I mean – that was volleyball dynasty. What are you talking about? They were tough. I mean, The Katie Kendricks, the Emily Johnsons, the Haley Smiths, all of those girls I can remember. Just dominant volleyball program. And you're seeing that same thing right now. But it's not just one school, Jacob. It's multiple schools. I mean, you've got great athletes. We talked about that last night. People say, they play volleyball because they don't have to run. Forget that. Think about how many times you're jumping. I mean, it's like a pogo stick, up and down all night long, and they're unbelievable athletes. They really are. So that's our volleyball wrap up. I want to give a shout out. Like I said, tomorrow night we will be in Eastridge covering Pikeville and Shelby Valley, and our good friends at WPRG, they will be over covering the Pikes County Central Belfry game at Phelps. So tune in, check it out. Don't want to miss either one of those two games. Two great matchups, I really believe. But soccer coach, assistant coach at Prestonsburg. We had the head coach. We had Tegan on earlier. You guys have just had a fabulous run.
Oh yeah.
Talk a little bit about and I didn't really touch on it that much. You got 9 seniors, but it doesn't stop there. I mean, you've got a lot of talented younger players. Talk about some of those guys.
Well, we have a really solid junior class as well. I mean, even our sophomore class is pretty solid. Those junior boys, Tegan and the rest of our seniors have played with for a very long time. We got Andy, Gavin, Andrew, Jackson.
Yeah.
Can't forget Jackson. I remember Jackson as a freshman. He couldn't have been this tall, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, he'd get knocked down, and he's up so fast.
Well, and the middle school, your coach talked a little bit about the middle school program. Now, talk a little bit about who's coming up. Who's the next person we need to watch about at the middle school level? I put you on the spot, didn't I?
You did a little bit there. Well, I'm actually teaching at the middle school right now. I haven't been really involved too much with the middle school program. I've just been at the high school for 3 years. I don't really know. I know we have a talented young group, like fifth and sixth graders that are coming up. I'm not even sure if we have any eighth graders at the moment.
That's what I've always said. You look at programs. Listen, you talk about dominance. You talk about Belfry. Wouldn't you agree? You talk about Belfry football, right? You look at what they have done, and it didn't start in just one senior class. They run the same system. I joke from cradle to grave. They run that same offense. They train the same way. The middle school program does the same thing at the high school program. And I've always equated that to their success. Now, don't hurt that they got pretty good athletes, let's face it. You know what I'm saying? But overall, those guys, by the time they get to high school, they're there. That's why I think it was so important for soccer. And soccer middle school has not been, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not been around that long. I mean, that's really in the whole scheme of things, that's not that long ago.
It's pretty young.
So now we're starting to see the benefits at the high school level, because you're right. Yeah, it's great to play rec soccer, let's face it. But I'm a believer, and I'll get your opinion, the more you play, the better you get. You can't work on something. Do you agree?
Oh, I agree.
I think you have to work on it continually to get better at it. So I think it's always been huge, and I was so excited because I can remember, I'm a little older than you guys. I can remember when it started 10 years ago. So good job.
I will say, Coach, I was listening earlier, and Coach was talking about the 3 dominant programs in the 15th region. Well, if you look at it, all 3 of those programs have middle school teams.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's showing that if you start younger and you play and play and play, I mean, you're bound to be better than everybody else.
I joke, my son played youth soccer 1 year. He couldn't understand you didn't tackle. So, I mean, it was over for there. He was ready for football. But so I really wasn't a soccer fan, but I talked about how exciting it was when I came up there and covered. We covered you all in Johnson Central. Mm-hmm. And that 2 of the premier programs, Yeah. And if I'll say what, it's full-blown energy. I'll say that. There is some movement. So I really think this is going to be big Saturday. I said it earlier. I'm going to take a chance to plug it again. Make sure you stop by and visit Stonecrest. Stop in, check out the game, because this is going to be huge. Talk a little bit about I don't even know if I should say that. What a win would mean for this program. I mean, you've already went farther than most. How about that? I'm not going to say everybody, but now you're in the Elite 8. There's 7 other teams that's equal to you right now. Mm-hmm. Talk about what this would mean for soccer in Eastern Kentucky as a whole. Let's don't put it to just Prestonsburg.
Well, I'm pretty passionate about that. I played here in Eastern Kentucky. I went to college on a scholarship to play soccer, and for a long time I felt that soccer's overlooked here, and it's because we haven't won historically here.
That's it.
And I think a win like on Saturday for us, not just for Prestonsburg, it would be huge for Prestonsburg. Of course, that's our team. We know that'd be huge, but at the same time, it's like it puts us on the map a little bit.
Well, and what I'll say it again. What just amazed me, I was so excited when I saw the post that the high school put out that the match was here. So many times our fans couldn't go. Yeah, listen, if it's basketball and it's a Sweet 16, we're going. Everybody's going to load up in the vans and they're going down to watch it. But how many times has our soccer programs made it and not been able to have the backing? Now you're going to have home field advantage. You're going to have all these people, because like I said, we're challenging everybody. If you're a soccer fan, go down. One day you can be a Black Cat. One day. And then go back to cheering for your other team the next night. How about that?
My second grade teacher, I went to McDowell before they built 680.
Okay.
And my second grade teacher, she bleeds McDowell Daredevil. She's a Floyd Central. I seen her with a Prestonburg shirt on in our last game.
Stacy Shannon.
Yes.
I'm telling you, when I saw that, I almost fell out of my chair.
My mom sent me a picture, and I was like,
Yeah.
we got to frame it.
Yeah.
We got to frame it.
Because she's diehard. Listen, Stacy, my son went to Floyd Central. You all know that. The best people in the world is Stacy and Scott Shannon.
Yep.
And you're right. But at that point, everybody's a Black Cat. So big game Saturday. I can't wait. I can't wait. I think it's going to be difficult for them to drive. Now they're coming from Covington, so they've got a long bus trip unless they come in the night before. With Covington Cath, you don't know. They probably got the money to do that. But they're more than likely going to drive in the next morning. So hopefully they get a little bus lag. We can jump out on them early, and these boys can bring us to the house and get us one more and get us in that Final Four. So.
Yep.
Well, listen, anybody you want to give a shout-out to? Anybody you want to talk about before we close out?
Not really, just my wife.
Yeah, you better do that.
She
You better.
mad
You'll
I
be
didn't bring her
divorced.
phone home,
Oh.
their food home.
Oh, that's
so.
exactly right. Oh, and you live close to here, so you tell everybody. And now tell them it's not just me and Ronnie Paul. Shelby Valley Diner's pretty good food.
Oh, yeah. I live a mile down the road. I come up here and eat all the time. It's got good food up in here.
Listen, if you're in the area, stop by. Tarlis and the crew is going to take fabulous care of you. The food's amazing, so don't regret it. But listen, guys, that's going to do it for tonight's All Access. Pay attention to the page. You see every week we have a soccer player of the week for boys. We have a soccer player of the week for girls. We have volleyball player of the week. And what we started is next up. Because so many times those guys or girls get inched out that much from being player of the week. Well, they had a heck of a week. Why not recognize them too? We do the same thing for volleyball. We do the same thing for football. And in football, we're doing a defensive player now. Because I think those guys never get the credit, right? So we do a defensive player for them. But a lot of good stuff going on. But, hey, listen, guys, I can't thank you all enough. I know it's a 30-minute drive up here from Prestonburg, but we appreciate it. We're going to be there. If they can't make it, which you're going to make it now, right? We talk about it. You are going to make it. But if you can't, you can log in right here to APSM. We will be there to cover it Saturday, and I am super, super pumped as we're going to have Elite 8 soccer action right here on APSN. So for Jason and Tegan and Coach Rudder, listen, thank you all for coming. For everybody listening at home, so long and good night.